Okay, task 2. Very similar to the extra challenge that I said about on task 1 is to find 3 key quotes for each character. Try and make it so that it's across the play and not just all in Act 1, but try and get, beginning, middle and end possibly. Then what I'd like you to do is do the physical skills of how you'd perform that quote and then the vocal skills of how you perform that quote. Now, I know that I'm a drama teacher and I get that drama is my passion, but the best way and most helpful way that I find doing this is actually standing up and acting the line. Now, not only does it give me some really good ideas as to how I would perform the line, but it also helps me remember, because I've got up and acted it, then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I remember that quote now. So even though it's an open book exam and you will have the Blood Brother script in front of you, you do not have enough time in that exam to be able to go and find the page. Oh, where does that happen in? Or what page number is that? If you can remember some of these quotes, you will be in such a winning position. So with the table that's on slide 15, what I'd like you to do is do one of those tables for each of these characters. Okay, so I've already helped you with Mickey for the first key moment. Edward, Miss Lyons, Miss Johnstone, Linda, Sammy and the narrator. Now we haven't ever had a question on the narrator before, but you never know. Your year could be the year that the narrator comes up for the first time. So it's really important that you have a great understanding of all of those characters. Here you have an example of a CIDDH paragraph that could be used within a 20 marker. Now, as you can see, you've done something very similar in all of your answers. The only difference with a 20 mark question is that you do 2 moments from the extract and 2 moments from the rest of the play. In bold is a signpost to the next section of the CIDDH paragraph, okay? What you need to think about in a 20 mark answer is what your intention is, okay? So here the intention is, my intention as a performer playing the role of Mickey would be to show my anger towards Edward and Mickey's fragile state of mind. Now, what I can do in a 20 mark answer is I can then get 2 other moments from the play that either continue to prove Mickey's growing anger, so I could show progress in his character, or I could choose 2 other moments from the play that are in opposition to his anger, to show that he wasn't always like this and that I understand the plot of the play and that actually, because of his social status, he's become a lot more angry in the way that he feels about things. So actually, I might choose a moment in the play where he's really young and carefree and doesn't really understand the restraints of his social class. Then another moment in the play might be right towards the end of the play where we see Mickey's mental state, it has deteriorated and he's actually really resentful. So it's up to you about if you want to support your intention or show a difference in character in terms of the intention that you've chosen, or if you want to continue to show the emotion that you've chosen in your intention as well. But there's lots of different ways to approach this answer, and that's why you've got to have a great understanding of the play, and that's what these tasks are designed to do. So task 3 is on the following slide for you, and what I'm asking you to do is find similar and opposite moments in behaviour for the characters. So I'd like you to create 2 tables for Linda, 2 tables for Mickey. Now I've put using 12 different moments because I've given you lots of answers on the following slide. So use mine for inspiration and then try and find your own as best you can. Mrs. Johnstone, Mrs. Lyons and Edward, okay? This will give you a reference point when it comes to preparing an answer because you can think, oh, what's my intention? Okay, so my intention is to show the deterioration in the mental health of Mrs. Lyons. So I want to show that progression of deterioration. So I might choose her when she is laughing at Mrs. Johnstone for being superstitious. And then I might choose the knife in the kitchen scene. Or I might choose it when she tells Edward that, oh sorry, no, Mickey, that Edward's having the affair with Linda. So this task is to help you collect those moments together. An example of that is on slide 20 for you. Okay, so task 4 is our last task, guys. I know you're gutted, so please do email me for extra tasks if you'd like them. I'm more than ready to give you some. So with this last task, what I'd like you to do is show your understanding of the character, okay? And you can open up a 20 marker with a brief overview of the character. And what I'd like you to do is just write a introductory sentence for Mrs. Johnstone, Mrs. Lyons, Edward, Mickey and Linda. There's an example here for you for Edward. Despite his desired class, Edward struggles throughout the play to fit in and feel accepted until he leaves Liverpool. Then you would go in to give your context of the extract that you've got in the exam paper, and then your 2 moments from the extract and your 2 moments from the rest of the play. Now, the way in which it's structured, if you remember from way back at the start of all the tasks, is you say moment from the extract, moment from the rest of the play, moment from the extract, moment from the rest of the play. It's really important that you structure it that way, because actually that will help you with your intention and ensuring that you're achieving your intention despite what moment of the play you're talking about. By completing this task, it shows that you've got a really good understanding of every character as a result of all the other tasks that you have done. So good luck. If you've got any questions, please email your teachers and ask, and I look forward to reading some of your answers.